What is going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel and in today's video. We are going to be discussing the best settings to run for weekend number 2 of the open beta for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, personally, these settings can be very selective between different people. Some of the basic settings you're going to want to run is the tactical thing for controllers. Now, keep in mind, this entire thing is going to be all based around consoles with controllers and PC with controllers. So if you're running a PC keyboard and mouse, or a PlayStation with keyboard and mouse, or Xbox, note that this isn't towards you necessarily for some of the settings that we're going to list off. Now, to start off this list, the things you're going to run for button layout is going to want to be the tactical layout. Tactical layout is going to be where your right stick turns into your crouching button instead of B or circle for your relative consoles. Personally, circle will be melee, and you won't really need a panic knife too often, because if you run out of bullets, you're going to die anyway, because there's so many enemies around you half the time that it's hard to get some multi-kills at some points, but other times it's really easy. One thing I do want to note is going to be within this, you're going to be wanting to run an 8/8 sensitivity. To me, that is the best sensitivity they made for this, because it's just a simple sensitivity. It's not hard to get used to. It's really easy to get used to. But one of the better ones you can also run is going to be a 6/6. I see a lot of people running a 6/6 recently, or even a 7/7 with the control freak reams. Now keep in mind, I do run control freaks. I run a low stick and a right for left stick, and then I run a raised one on my right stick just to have the elevation so I can sprint and look around better in certain engagements. Now, one thing you're also going to want to do is change your field of view. Now, field of view is going to allow you to see more on your screen. It's also going to make it where your sensitivity is more bearable. Now, field of view is something that hasn't been on console ever. It's been on PC for years, but it's never been on console until this year, Call of Duty. Battlefield and Titanfall have had it for about 4-ish years now on console, but Call of Duty never really made it, as they just never did. No one knows why. Field of view is on console now, so I would recommend running a 103. That's what I personally do run. 110, I've seen a lot of people running as well. 120 is a bit excessive, especially if you're not going to be, if you're going to be sitting a little further back than at a monitor, or if you're even further back than I am. I'm like maybe a foot or two away from my monitor. But there is many settings you can run for field of view. I run a 103, personally would run that if I were you as well. ADS sensitivity is also very depending on where you like it. The reason you're going to want to run a certain ADS sensitivity or change your ADS sensitivity is going to be because you're going to have a low scope, which is like your red dot, and a high zoom, which is going to be like your big scopes, like your sniping and stuff like that. So you can look around a little bit quicker than you normally would. This setting does depend. There's not really a safe space for anybody, as it all depends on where you're at the time being and how you're playing your game and how you want it set up. Personally, I'm pretty sure I barely changed mine. It's not very different. I don't like changing my ADS sensitivity, as I don't see much of a need for it at all, because I don't run red dots half the time anyway. When I do, it's going to be on like a XM4, but on SMGs I typically don't run anything such as that. One of the best settings to run in Cold War, and this is something that many people I think have missed out on, is subtitles. I personally don't play with subtitles, but it can be really fucking useful in certain scenarios. The gameplay you're currently seeing, I had no subtitles on because I just am too lazy to turn them on. As of right now, I had them in weekend 1, but I turned them off to make a few videos to make it clearer. But it can also help you know when enemies get a UAV, when war missions are going off, when enemies are throwing grenades, or your teammates are throwing it, or when the hardpoint's ready to move. This is a bow, you may not be seeing it. Some of the things you're also going to want to know about this beta so far that has been within the setting ranges is they've changed a lot of different things. Things like game modes have changed, obviously. New ranks have been added. That's one of the biggest things that people notice. But those are some settings you're going to want to run. Let me know down in the comments if you guys would run any different types of settings. I personally run those just because it's an easy one, easy doing. And I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you are brand new. We're on the road to 1K. Just hit 200, so thank you guys so much for that. I didn't expect to hit it so soon. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you guys did, please let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video.